This is Piers Morgan Live. Let's go to what the reaction was from the Newtown families. Erica Lafferty, the daughter of murdered Newtown principal Dawn Hochsprung, said December the 14th is a sacred day for Newtown families. This should be about our loved ones, not this disgusting political stunt. These people will be trampling on the graves of the innocent children and educators who were murdered that day. Why are you laughing?
Because that's totally over the top. That's not what our intent was. That's not what anything we were going to do was. And again, not all the Newtown families, by the way, support gun control.
You plan a campaign
Piers,
to wait a minute.
Piers, how many days?
Wait a minute, Mr. Gottlieb.
How many days?
Wait a minute. You plan a campaign to promote the good side of guns on the first anniversary of the worst mass shooting at a school in American history, and you have the gall to laugh when I read out a quote from one of the victims' families. How dare you?
Piers, how dare the anti-gun movement have been using this tragedy all year long
this
to attack the right to guns. This is a family member
to the daughter of the principal of the school who was killed. How dare you laugh?
My heart goes out to them. My heart goes out to them, and I have children and grandchildren myself. But that doesn't allow them to use that day either to attack my rights. We're backing off to go to December 15th, Bill of Rights Day, the next day. Now, will they back off? Will you back off? How many times this year have you attacked gun rights on your show? 60, 70,
Oh, I won't
80
back
times?
off people like you,
I bet you,
Mr. Gottlieb,
I bet you use December 14th to push your anti-gun agenda.
You're damn right I'll use that day to promote gun safety.
Thank you, and that's exactly why we're responding.
To promote gun safety in America, Mr. Gottlieb, and I'll do it on behalf of these families. Let me read you what... Let me read you...
People use guns every day for self-defense.
If you may give me a word, let me read you what Neil Heslin, whose son Jesse was killed, said. It's really in poor judgment.
Again,
I would hope... Wait a minute. Give these people...
My heart goes out to these people, but it wasn't a gun. It was a mentally ill person that did it.
Your heart doesn't go out to them. You laugh at them as you did just a minute ago.
You don't know about my heart. You're just pushing your anti-gun rights agenda every chance you get. That's probably why you don't have as many viewers as anybody else does, because people have turned you off.
Sure. Let me just read you a comment here from Neil Heslin, whose son Jesse was killed at Sandy Hook. It's really in poor judgment. This was your decision to have the campaign on December the 14th. I would hope everyone would give the respect they need and deserve. I want to see a day of remembrance, a memorial for the people who lost their lives. I want politics to stay out of Newtown and Sandy Hook that day. But you wouldn't allow them that, would you, Mr. Gottlieb? You wanted a campaign, promoting gun...
Piers, you just said that you won't back off, that you're going to use that day on your show to promote your agenda. So if you're not going to back off, why should anybody else?
Mr. Gottlieb, you're misquoting me. What I said was I would use that day...
No, I'm not misquoting you.
Wait a minute, Mr. Gottlieb. I want to see if you... I want to see if you challenge what I'm about to say. I said that I will use that day to promote gun safety on behalf of those families. Which part of that sentence do you find offensive?
Because your definition of gun safety is banning guns and confiscating guns. Your position of gun safety, you're misusing the word safety.
When have I ever asked to confiscate a single gun?
Well, where? Do you support people owning assault weapons?
Where? Where have I ever said? Where have I ever said I want to confiscate a single gun?
No, you don't.
No, I've never, Mr. Gottlieb.
You compare it to Britain, where they've banned guns, and you think that's great.
Yeah. How many gun murders do we have a year in Britain, Mr. Gottlieb?
Well, actually, if you read the reports today,
how many gun murders a year?
The Home Department in Britain. Well, one of the problems is the data given out by Britain is not accurate. There's a big story about it today. I don't know the answer because the data given out by Britain is not accurate.
Let me help you. Let me help you, Mr. Gottlieb.
Read the stories today in today's news, and you'll see that data is not accurate.
Thank you.
And people in Britain are going
crazy. Let me give you some
accurate
accurate data. 35 people on average.
But they've just admitted the data is not accurate.
Give me some time, please.
We don't have accurate data
Mr. Gottlieb, be quiet. 35 people a year on average are killed by guns in Britain, right? In America, it's 11 to 12,000. And you know the reason that so many people get killed by guns in America? Because idiots like you, and I use that word very deliberately, think it's funny to laugh in the middle of me reading out a statement from the victims' families at Sandy Hook.
Piers, all your emotional rhetoric doesn't solve any problems. All it does is polarize the situation and make it toxic so we can't get good answers to solve the problems. It's people like you that have politicized it, not me. You've done it 40, 50, 60 times on your show this year.
Yeah, I just want less Americans to die from guns.